I propose a further amendment to have the number required to introduce the impeachment of a county executive committee member to a third. To initiate the process of removal of a county executive committee member to a third.
Honorable Toretich, I hear you, but what you are amending actually is not in this, is not the way it is worded. Because in this amendment, we are saying in subsection 2, you cannot say we are amending the threshold to remove a cease. It must be written properly to be accepted as a further amendment, and you must sign it.
Because if you want to take it back to a third, in subsection 2, it's not. I'm saying he's trying to introduce a full amendment. So do we put the person in this amendment or not? If you retain it as a fact, then the whole amendment falls, because you see it's to increase the threshold for removal. It will go back to the way the bill was, and hakuna kitu ingine inafanya hii bill.
Honorable members, I know we are wrapping our heads around it. Maybe we can hear the very good discussions from Honorable Nikal. But if you ask me, from my reading of the amendment, and if we revert back to a third, then there is no amendment until section C, which strikes out majority to 2/3. That is the actual vote on the plenary. So that will remain the only amendment in this bill. There will be nothing else if we revert back to 1/3. Not defeated. Not defeated. You cannot say defeated because this is an amendment. Hata akiwithdraw itabaki aje? It has to be his amendment, yes, that is withdrawn, yes, on the bill. Which amendment? Which one? To revert to quarter. So A and B goes. Toretich. Yes, Honorable Kajwang.
Probably I will whip the House to defeat that amendment, and then we go paragraph by paragraph, so that when we come to C, we approve it. Simple. Yeah. Either he withdraws or we defeat it, and when we come to C, we approve it. It will be the same thing. And then we go paragraph by paragraph.
Because what Honorable Chairperson for National Security, Honorable Tongoyo's amendment, is amending A to substitute with a quota, which majority of you don't agree with. It is also amending B by deleting it, and it is deleting C. Yes.
Yeah, I know it is very simple, Madam Chair. The only point of departure here is one, introducing, when you're initiating, setting the motion of impeachment, And Madam Chair and colleagues, we wanted it to mirror exactly what happened in this house, so that it does not become almost impossible for these MCAs to do their oversight. Of course, when it comes to the plenary, traditionally it sets the committee to investigate, which now take the threshold to 2/3. Of course, it will come now to the voting, which will put it at 2/3. And largely, what we are actually, the point of departure here, the proposal of the motion wanted to make it very hard. The threshold of 2/3 make it almost impossible for an MCA to get that number. And I think I hear what Nikal was saying, that we can take it to 1/3, which is exactly what it is under the current laws.
But also
If
realize,
you are comfortable with that one, it is the move of the motion. then to
Honorable
step it down.
Tongoyo,
Yes.
Honorable Tongoyo, Honorable Toroitich does not have an amendment on this floor.
Yes.
What he has is a bill.
Is a bill.
And he cannot purportedly withdraw the bill unless you drop the bill and, yes, you do not have amendments on the floor. So you can only, honorable members, debate on the amendment by Honorable Tongoyo in relation to the bill as moved by Toroitich. And Honorable Toroitich's bill is 2/3. Honorable Tongoyo's is a quarter. Unless you want to kill the bill. Very well. I think, yes. We have spent enough time on this.
It is important, it's posterity.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, if you spend a day just doing this, is still important. You see, if everything goes as it is, then what is going to happen is the initiation will drop to a quarter. Now,
Yes, instead of 2/3.
yeah, removing is 2/3. So all we are saying for Honorable Tongoyo to do is amend A only, further amendment on A, and replace 1/4 by 1/3. Now, if he does that, then now what comes eventually in the law is that what has been actually increased is removal, which has been taken to 2/3, and that I agree with. But the initiation, you don't make initiation too low. People will make it a joke. So Honorable Tongoyo has got the answer. If he agrees that he amends A only, then we call, as Honorable Kajwanga said, we do A, we do B, we do C separately. Then we'll support B and C, but then A as amended.
Yeah, but you see now.
Yeah.
Are you allowed to recognize a delegation in the committee? Yeah, you can. So, wanakuja saa ile wamechelewa. Na watakuwa wametoka. Yeah. They can't be here throughout.
Honorable members, have we crossed the divides? The reason I've actually allowed enough time is because this law is not just about this time. It is a posterity law. And the last 13 years of the county government has also taught us a lot. And it's very proper to refine the laws that are setting up the operations at the county level. Toroitich.
Honorable Speaker, bearing in mind that I have listened to the wisdom of the honorable members, Honorable Speaker, is it possible, understanding order 1, that we have a further engagement on this particular bill so that the bill can be recommitted back.
Honorable members, I think we've spent almost 30 or so minutes already debating this. It will be very unfortunate for this bill to go back, yet it is a very simple amendment. Honorable Tongoyo, if you ask me, to go back will be having wasted the time of this house, so to say. I actually implore on you to ensure that we deal with it because we've already taken so much time on it.
Because I can see Nikal and learned senior counsel there, the Chief Justice. Members, there is nothing wrong or extraordinary in this. There is nothing wrong to make it easy to introduce and make it high threshold when you go now to the real issue of looking the merit and demerit of impeachment. And I think I had made it clear to the House that we wanted exactly to mirror what is happened in National Assembly, which is at a quarter, then progressively we build the numbers. So I implore the House to accept the amendment so that we progress and move forward. There is nothing that holds anywhere in this House later if they feel fit to reintroduce any amendment that may be considered necessary, Madam Chair, so that at least we move forward. And I call upon you, Carl, we support the committee position so that there's nothing hold this House. The House is going to be there into the future as well.
So how do you say it? The threshold. So how do you say this? Because we cannot go back to zero. Moroidania? Without introducing a new angle. Go ahead, member for Buri.
You know, this bill that has been brought forward by my very good friend, Mr. Rotich, stands to fail totally if we don't take some action. And the only opportunity that we have is amending as proposed by the chair of Internal Security Committee. Madam Chair, we cannot make it very easy to remove all My opinion is that we move and align it with the National Assembly procedure, meaning that we take the 1 quarter and then we delete section B and C. Because if we don't do it, then the 2/3, which also might be impossible to introduce, and it will defeat the purpose of impeachment. So I suggest that we proceed and enact and align with the National Assembly and what the senior counsel had indicated, that in law the 2/3 does not exist. So we cannot really put an illegality into an illegality. Thank you, Madam Chair.
It can. So this clause 2A, are we going to the end? All the way.
because it's 2A. Then do 2B again. Then ufanye 2B again. Because chair kuna again mwende naye mpaka mwisho. Be part of the bill. Then 2C.
But you see, he's proposing to do that.
Yes. But wale wanapanga kuikataa.
They resurrect this one.
They will refuse this one.
Yeah.
This one, again, as in hizi za chair zote zitakataliwa. Za chair zote zitakataliwa.
Okay.
Essentially. But tukikuja hapa, wakati tunasema be part of the bill, they want to agree to refuse this one, but agree. So that now the final question, remember the question that you asked that clause 2 be part of the bill. Now the final question that clause 2, kama hii itakuwa ikikubaliwa as amended, be part of the bill. Because right now we're saying clause 2, clause 2A, clause 2B, clause 2C. But now, the final question will be either clause 2 as amended, ama mkose the question on anything. Because kama zote zitakataliwa, then we don't have a bill to do.
Inaenda.
Essentially, we don't have a bill to do.
Because it's the body of the bill.
But mumeelewa, so that when you're guiding this, that is the journey we are going to take.
So now, the communication for how is that we are doing it part by part.
Honorable members, honorable members, I want us to make progress. Yes, Honorable Kajwang.
Chair, thank you so much for indulging us, because we are making law for posterity, and this is an important thing. We have agreed as it is. The law is a third.
Yes.
And so Honorable Timothy was raising it. And also Honorable Tongoyo was also talking about initiation, but there is also something in B, which is formation of committee. So what we are generating consensus about is to defeat Honorable Timothy's amendment, so that we go back to the Act, and also defeat Honorable Tongoyo's amendment on B only. Go back to the Act. So it is a third, and accept Honorable Tongoyo's amendment on C, which is 2/3. So you initiate 1/3. You form committee 1/3. Then if you want to accept, or remove these people, 2/3.
So, honorable members, we will therefore prosecute each part independently. And honorable members, check the amendments on the order paper. Those are the ones by Honorable Tongoyo. In the order paper, he proposes that clause 2 be amended A in paragraph A by deleting 2/3, substituting with a quarter. That is one amendment. B by deleting paragraph B, all of it. That's another proposed amendment. And by deleting paragraph C. So, honorable members, because we have had that debate, allow me then to propose the question that clause 2A be amended as proposed by Honorable Tongoyo. I now put the question that clause 2A be amended as proposed by Honorable Tongoyo. Will as many as are of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as are of a contrary opinion say nay? Nay. The nays have it. Before the global question, we go to 2B.
Clause 2B.
Honorable Tongoyo. Yes.
I'm sorry, it will look a bit confusing. If we defeat this amendment, it will take us back toward the proposal of the bill intended. No, don't, I'm talking, you're not the chair. If we defeat this, it means we revert to 2/3 to introduce it, which makes it almost completely impossible.
So that it can also refuse it. So when we say the amendment, not the amendment, we have left it to what is in the bill.
Yes. In fact, Honorable Tongoyo, you are totally in order, because Honorable Toroitich, honorable members, as I had said, has no amendment. We therefore will go to the global question of that 2A be part of the bill. Then if you make a decision to defeat that, then you'll revert back to 1/3. But if you accept, it goes back to 2/3. So honorable members, I now put the question that clause 2A as amended be part, I now put the question that clause 2A be part of the bill. Will as many as are of that opinion say aye? Will as many as are of a contrary opinion say nay? Nay. The nays have it. Read it out.
Clause 2B.
Honorable members, I propose the question that clause 2B be amended or deleted as proposed by the chair. Honorable Tongoyo. No debate, no intent on debate. I put the question that clause 2B be deleted as proposed by the chair. Will as many as are of that opinion say aye? Will as many as are of a contrary opinion say nay? Nay. The nays have it. I now put the question that clause 2B be part of the bill. Will as many as are of that opinion say aye? Will as many as are of a contrary opinion say nay? Nay. The nays have it.
Clause 2C.
I propose the question that clause 2C be deleted as proposed by the chair. Honorable Toroitich.
Chair. C, no, Chair, it has to be very clear. C provides that the final resolution to remove a county CEC member, the final, under the current law as it is, section 40, provides for a simple majority. I have proposed it to a 2/3. Yes. The committee has taken us back and said we delete our proposal of 2/3 and we retain a simple majority. Therefore, Honorable Speaker, I pray that my proposal is sustained so that we have a new.
Very well.
Yes, our amendment goes through of 2/3.
Honorable members, Honorable Toroitich is right, because his bill is to take it to a 2/3, which we are in agreement if I hear Honorable Tongoyo. So, honorable members, I therefore put the question that clause 2C be deleted as proposed by the chair. Will as many as are of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as are of a contrary opinion say nay? Nay. The nays have it. I now put the question that clause 2C be part of the bill. Will as many as are of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as are of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as are of a contrary opinion say nay? The nays have it. The ayes have it. Honorable members, I know this is confusing, but the import of it, honorable members, is that we have taken the threshold of the actual removal by your aye remains as proposed by the member for Marakwet West, which is 2/3. So it is in order, honorable members.
So do we need to put another global question on 2?
Here. The final question.
Yeah, so we're doing the final question.
Yeah. Honorable members, allow me to put the global question that clause 2 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as are of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as are of a contrary opinion say nay? Nay. The ayes have it.
Title.
Honorable members, I propose that the title be the title of the bill. I now put the question that the title be the title of the bill. Will as many as are of that opinion say aye? Will as many as are of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 1.
I propose the question that clause 1 be part of the bill. No amendment. I now put the question that clause 1 be part of the bill. Will as many as are of that opinion say aye? Will as many as are of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Honorable members, we have come to the end of that committee. Mover to move reporting. Honorable Tongoyo. Toroitich, are you ready? It's very confusing. But you see, his amendment is deleting majority and replacing with two-thirds. No, on the bill. Indo bill yake. And they have defeated your deletion. So it stays the way it is on the bill.
It confusing. So, si Mungu ndiye anafanya hiyo ni yake. It's a very confusing.
Yeah.
No, chair amekubali.
What is happening?
Report.
Honorable members, I do not know why we are a bit confused, because Honorable Toroitich's is the bill the way it is. The moment the deletion has been defeated, we revert to his bill, which goes to two-thirds. I do not see the confusion, Honorable.
Okay.
Are you ready to move reporting?
Yes, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, we have now agreed, and Honorable Speaker, Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that the committee do report to the House its consideration of the County Government's Amendment Bill, Senate Bill number 25 of 2023, and its approval, therefore, with amendments. Honorable Speaker, sorry. Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the House do agree with the committee in the said report, and I also request.
You're moving reporting. Honorable Toroitich, you have already moved reporting. I therefore put the question, which is that the committee do report to the House its consideration of the County Government's Amendment Bill, Senate Bill number 25 of 2023, and its approval thereof with amendments. As many as are of that opinion say aye. As many as are of a contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Honorable members, we are still in the committee. But before the start of the next bill, allow me to recognize a delegation from the National People's Congress of the People's Republic of China. Honorable members, I wish to introduce to you a delegation from the 14th National People's Congress of the People's Republic of China, who are seated in the Speaker's Gallery. They are, number one, Honorable Lu Xinshe, member of the National People's Congress, NPC, Standing Committee and Chairman of the Environmental Protection and Resources Conservation Committee. Kindly stand up if I mention your name. We join to welcome you to this house, or they're in the speaker's row. Honorable Wang Yi, member of the National People's Congress, NPC, Standing Committee and member of the Environmental Protection and Resource Conservation Committee. Honorable members, the delegation is accompanied by the Ambassador of the People's Republic of China, Ambassador Guo Haiyan, and the technical team of the committee. They are in the country to further strengthen the long-standing relations between our two parliaments and also hold discussions on matters of environmental protection, renewable energy, sustainable natural resource management, climate change, and green investment. Honorable members, on my own behalf and that of the National Assembly, I welcome them to Parliament and wish them fruitful engagements during their stay in the country. I have been requested by Honorable Shakil to make some statement on the same welcoming note. Honorable Shakil.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, Chair at the moment in time. Madam Chair and Madam Speaker, we have a very close relationship with the People's Republic of China, and I'm honored to be the chair of the Kenya-China Parliamentary Friendship Group. We have had a number of engagements, not only in China, but also here. We've had what we call online meetings at the time of COVID, where we are meeting the members of the People's Republic, the People's Congress in China. We had a meeting here. A number of our members of parliament were active in that meeting. It is a great honor to receive the team. And they will be going on to the Masai Mara. They are here to look at some of the environmental aspects that we have and we've put into force. Madam Chair, our relationship with the Chinese People's Party and our relationship with the People's Republic of China is a very strong one, and we have gained a lot. Even as a member of parliament, as members of APNAC, they have been guiding us on the issue of corruption, and we have had a great relationship. Madam Speaker, may I request kindly one indulgence, and we could ask my colleague, she also...
It's not in your place, Honorable Shakil.
I was asking your
You
indulgence.
have made your point.
I'm asking your indulgence.
You have made your point. Honorable
Yes.
Shakil, thank you. I'll give, first of all, Honorable Sunkuli as the former ambassador. Were you in China, Ambassador? Make a very quick statement, 1 minute.
Madam Speaker, Madam Chair, I would like to welcome the members of the National People's Congress, the NPC of the People's Republic of China, where I served as ambassador. The NPC is the highest political organ in the People's Republic of China, and it's the equivalent of our parliament. And we had great relationships with them, together with the Communist Party, and they have been foundational to the development of our country in the last 10 to 12 years. And we want to welcome them to feel at home, and I'm glad that my constituency, or the Great Masai Mara, is one of their destinations. And I hope that many, many more Chinese people will continue making Kenya a destination both for business as well as for tourism.
Very well. Honorable Nyamai, honorable members, we keep it short.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the reason as to why the Honorable Shakil was asking is because we traveled together. I represented the Speaker of the National Assembly, and the Honorable Shakil was the leader of the team because as the chair of the Kenya-China Friendship Group. I would like to welcome the high-level delegation and say that it's a delegation that is extremely important for us as Parliament and as a country. We value the treatment and the exposure that you give members of Parliament when we visit, and we would like this to continue, and to encourage you to always start with any new Parliament that comes, so that Kenya and China can continue benefiting from the relationship within our parliaments. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much. Finally, Osoro on this. Honorable Osoro.
Okay. I think I have two mics, Honorable Speaker, Honorable Chair.
That tells you do not come with your card. That's why it's roving.
Okay.
Go ahead.
That is true. Honorable Chair, thank you very much. I also want to take this opportunity to welcome the high-level delegation from China and inform them that China and Kenya share a very cordial relationship, both on matters development of our region and also, sharing matters politics. Honorable Chair, when the government of Kenya partnered or opted to partner or face towards the east, Kenya, since the government of Kenya opted to focus towards the east and even west, Honorable Speaker, you'll notice that there has been tremendous growth in the country in terms of development. And I'm happy today, as a person who is an advocate of the environmental matters, Honorable Speaker, to hear that their interest is largely on the line of the climate change, when the country and the world is focusing on the, green energy and other matters, Honorable Speaker, that are very important to our health. But of importance to inform them this morning, they may have noticed that there are several seats that are empty here, Honorable Chair. But it's because today, being a Wednesday, is usually a private member's bill day, and members of parliament also hold sittings or committees in various, departments. So many of our members are also legislating in their committees, in their committee rooms. But those of us who are not in some of those committees this morning are here to legislate also for the private members' bill. And that is why they sit in the House this way. So, Honorable Speaker, thank you very much, and I welcome them. Thank you.
Karibuni Kenya. Honorable members, we are now in the committee of the whole House for the Basic Education Amendment Bill, sponsored by Honorable Tom Oluoch, National Assembly Bill number 3 of 2025.
Clause 3.
I propose the question that clause 3 be part of the bill. There is a proposed amendment by the Chairperson Education Committee. Therefore, honorable members, I will treat clause 3 as though it has no amendment, because the mover is not in the House. Yes, the committee.
But we are already in the committee. Munataka tufanye nini? Yeah, treat it like it's not there. If people are not ready, kama hawako. Unaniambia sasa hivi sawa.
Honorable members have been requested to defer this amendment. We'll go to
Committee had amendments. Why are they not here? Because Oluoch amemobilize watu mpaka wako kwa gallery. Surely, it's a Wednesday morning. Then you say we defy it.
Simply kill it. It should be allowed to the committee.
It should be?
Kill.
What?
Entirely. You can't defy it. Either drop or you kill.
No, we can defer the whole committee. But you see,
All amendments by the committee chair.
It will be very unfair for Oluoch.
What is it?
But
What's your opinion? Withdraw. We know the procedures have to be followed. Yeah. When there is no prayer, withdraw. Actually, we would even call it for debate. We just drop it. And we proceed with my amendment. Just call the drop them.
what were the amendments?
What we're trying to do actually...
Are you agreeable with them?
No, I don't agree with that because it seeks to reverse the entire essence of my bill. And if you go to the ones now they're seeking to delete, all these things they're deleting, it brings the bill back to zero.
Where are the committee amendments?
The committee
It's
amendments
not on the one.
2, 3, on page 1926, then 7, 9, 10, and 12.
So Mimi, Skia. So if Mary is not here, Oluoch is ready, but we cannot also ignore the committee. It looks bad to ignore the departmental committee. My proposal is we defer the whole committee.
We defer the committee and proceed with mine.
No. But Bona Mary hayuko leo?
They are aware. I mean, this is the order paper, and apparently not even a single member of the committee, which is very
Hapo
strange.
iko shida. Yeah, we defer the whole committee. Yeah. So, ambia Rachel akae stand by.
Really?
Yeah.
Because again, yeah.
You know, akona amendments mob sana. We also cannot ignore the committee. Oluoch. I know it feels bad, but if we ignore the committee, itaenda ile activism, haitakuwa na input ya serikali.
Honorable members, there seems to be a bit of consultations that needs to go into this bill. So allow me to defer this committee until the next appointed time of consideration.
We'll do.
Honorable members, Madam Speaker.
Chair, Committee of the Whole House, please proceed.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to report that the Committee of the Whole House has considered the County Government Amendment Bill, Senate Bill number 25 of 2023, and approved the same with amendments.
The mover? Mover of the bill?
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the House do agree with the committee on the said report. I also request the Honorable TJ Kajwang to second the motion for agreement with the report of the Committee of the Whole House.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Honorable members, I propose the question, which is that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. I now put the question, which is that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. Will as many as have that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as have a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now call upon the mover to move third reading.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the County Government's Amendment Bill, Senate Bill number 25 of 2023, be now read at that time. Honorable Speaker, I also request the Honorable TJ Kajwang to second.
Honorable TJ.
Madam Speaker, I wish to second the third reading. Madam Speaker, we had an interesting moments when we had to consult across the House. And at the end of the day, Honorable Timothy was gracious enough to understand where we were going. But also Honorable Tongoyo and the member from Meru were very energetic to shape our minds. One thing which came into my mind, age is gold. And being around is a good thing. I'm asking Honorable Timothy to come back the third term. And I'm sure he's going to come, the second term. And I'm sure he's going to come. When he will come, these issues will be very clear. And I also ask those who are watching, some of us who are third termers should be given fourth term or fifth terms. So, because investing in this house is gold, and it comes with age. And I second. I second, and it's not in my place, but Honorable Nyekal is itching next to me here. I'm sure you would.
You know, Honorable Kajang, you are a trained speaker. You're actually a trained speaker, but let me just say that I am going to allow the Honorable Nyekal to make a comment. You know all the rules, and I know that you know that you shouldn't have done that, but I call upon the Honorable Nyekal to make a comment.
Point of order. Propose.
What? Before I give you a point of order, can I first of all propose? Honorable members, I now propose the question, which is that the County Government's Amendment Bill, Senate Bill number 25 of 2023, be now read a third time. Honorable Dr. Nyekal.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
And please don't talk about the fourth term like your colleague did.
Well, it's almost obvious, but let's leave it at that. Now, this is actually a very important amendment we have done. The position of CECs in counties have actually, people have wondered whether they are functioning or not, but I think it is an important position. It is important that they feel stable. What I know, the power play between politics and in the executive has to be looked at very carefully. So when people are in appointed positions feel unstable, they don't work well. Even if they know things are going to go wrong, they let it go wrong because they are afraid for the positions they are holding. Therefore, this is a good amendment that actually makes that position feel a little wrong, unstable, but also still gives the county assemblies the authority with a little bit of effort to actually sanction them when necessary. So this is an important, and I support in the third reading.
Thank you. Ambassador, please proceed.
Sorry, Madam Speaker, I support the third reading, but I hope that in the near future, the Senate will come up with more amendments to actually get rid of redundant offices. I personally do not believe that we need both the CEC and the CEO and all these positions. We are using taxpayers' money to name people with big names, and yet they do not have responsibilities to perform. Madam Speaker, I hope that these amendments will come, and I can see that my colleague from Nandi is actually having her hands up because very soon she'll be a governor. But Madam Speaker, she will find that those offices are not useful.
May I? The Honorable Mother Wangari, who has also ably chaired the third reading of this bill.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And Madam Speaker, this has been very engaging because it is not just about this time. Since the introduction of devolution, a lot has changed, but the one thing that has remained constant, Madam Speaker, at the counties that we are dealing with is a wage bill. Madam Speaker, we take money and billions to the counties, and when you go to a funeral, a governor has 2/10 of people attending a funeral. They don't even know who is being buried, Madam Speaker. Then accompanied by 20 vehicles, of the county. And Madam Speaker, that then makes sure that when you go around the constituencies, you do not see the money that we have ably appropriated in this house. And Madam Speaker, the other issue that we are dealing with is the issue of governors wanting to be senators and senators wanting to be governors. I know we do not want to talk about it, Madam Speaker, but it is eating into how things are being run at the county level. And I hope that we can bring, the Senate can bring some more progressive laws, including what NGCDF has done. Can we appropriate this money and say 30% goes to health, 30% goes to ECDs, goes to polytechnics? Madam Speaker, that way we'll be able to look at the amount of money that is going vis-a-vis the work that is being done by the county government. But I agree with Honorable Sunkuli that the bulge at the workforce must be dealt with at the counties. Otherwise, we'll just have so many people in the county level that you do not know even what they do, but the work they churn out and the output is almost negligible. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much. The Honorable Soro, the whip of the majority party.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I don't know why today. Hi, what is happening here?
Honorable Soro, you know the reason as to why we are struggling to trace you. You know the reason. The table office is struggling to trace you, so you know the reason, okay?
Well guided, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I also want to join in this debate and support this third reading of this amendment, Honorable Speaker. Several years post the 2010 Constitution, I think it's about time that we also review what works and what doesn't work, especially how, or rather, matters that pertain the county government, Honorable Speaker. You know, just like the Honorable Mother has said, the ballooning wage bill in the county governments is a challenge here, Honorable Speaker. That you send a lot of billions to the counties, but 90% of it goes to the wage bill. When you talk about the CECs and the CEOs, you forget the fact that those CECs and the chief officers, each of them has been allocated a driver, a PA, I think somebody to carry a handkerchief, another one to carry I don't know what, you know. And I mean, without roles well defined, a chief officer has got about 10 officers behind him or her. A CEC has got about 15 officers. And by the way, going to the nitty-gritties of the operations within the county government, you realize, Honorable Speaker, that even CECs have no role. Governors engage the chief officers directly because they are accounting officers. So the CEC's role is limited to reading newspapers from page 1 to obituary, Honorable Speaker, every day in the office, and called upon to accompany the county governors to functions. And that is why you see in the functions of the county governors, the very tent that you see that shouts, you know, with ululation and clapping for the governor, 90% of them are county government workers. It has nothing to do with the public. All those seats that you see in front there and people clapping in suits, well-dressed suits, designer suits, very smartly dressed ladies, all those seats in front there, and gentlemen, all of them, I'm being guided by Honorable Cynthia who wants to be governor, but all of them sitting in front there, Honorable Speaker, clapping for whatever the governor says. If he laughs in his speech or her speech, they will clap, because that is the limitation of their role. Honorable Speaker, I am on record in this, I was having said, Honorable Speaker, that you send billions to a county, but you'll need a microscope to see what they do. Unlike what you send to the constituencies under NGCDF, that is in full glare of everybody to see the classrooms, the bursaries. But what they are doing, Honorable Speaker, is simple PR, you know, and having a crowd that has been hired every time in public functions, you know, and with big names and podiums and big titles, call Your Excellency, Excellency, Excellency. It's about time that we review what works in the 2010 Constitution. And that is why Kenyans to date, Honorable Speaker, and you'll all agree with me, honorable members, that Kenyans today do not know how to differentiate the roles of members of parliament and the roles of the county governors. To date, we are being asked about development. To date, we are being asked about hospitals. To date, we are being asked about matters agriculture. To date. And I mean, across all over, all these places that we lead, Honorable Speaker, because people do not understand that this is supposed to be done by these county governors or the county assemblies because of such, you know, confusion. So it's about time that we review. And that is why, in copying the words of the Honorable Mother Wangari, perhaps it's about time the Senate and even the National Assembly come up with the laws that in division of these revenues that we send to the counties, as we send to, we don't give them an open check like NGCDF. We shouldn't give these county governments an open check that go spend the way you want. We should give them with a vote that this 20% we should be doing this job. 30% should be doing this. 50% should be doing this. Otherwise, Honorable Speaker, with the open check that we've left them with, I can tell you, and members here can say, 99% of the allocations that we give goes either to their pockets or their proxies' pockets. And sadly, Honorable Speaker, they use it to maintain that seat. They simply use that money. It hardly helps them. You use a lot of money so that when a chief guest comes to your function, say the president, you buy everybody around. So you keep on revolving around. And this is a challenge to any person that wants to be governor. All of us wants to be governors. Today you are here, we are speaking large, we are talking big on resources and everything. When you go to the counties, you realize that perhaps that is the modus operandi. You are being, when you meet your colleagues, what they do, they guide you, they teach you that, oh, if you want to lead, this is how you do it. You know, beat those people who don't side with you, have a whole dozen of goons around you, have a team that cheers you in funerals and functions, and then you find yourself having lost hope. But when you leave office, the world is round. You will suffer because you've spent public resources, you've left mothers and children die in hospitals because of these things that, you know, because of selfishness that we have. So, Honorable Speaker, I feel bad for devolution. We added money here the other day. We gave them 428 billion in this house, Honorable Speaker. But trust me, we need to ask ourselves, we've been giving we started with about 250. So we are at an average of about 200 billion, Honorable Speaker, since devolution started up to now. Ask yourself what 200 billion shillings has done in your counties. Start from here in Nairobi. Just look around. And I'm not really name calling anybody, but just look around Nairobi, where we all live here. We all live here. We all come from estates. Look at the dirty state of our areas. Look at the, back streets. Look at the way it's disorganized, Honorable Speaker. And, you know, it's not about you are from a member of my party. No, let's speak facts. If you're doing nothing, you're doing nothing. Go to your counties and look. People are suffering, Honorable Speaker. People are suffering. The ECD teachers are suffering, Honorable Speaker. What these people are only doing is PR stunts, Honorable Speaker. Get something for small kids in school. Get something for, you know, that is branded your name. And so that it is a sad state of affairs, Honorable Speaker. And it's about time we ask ourselves, do we really have proper laws that bar these people from stealing, Honorable Speaker? With those many remarks, Honorable Speaker, I call upon this House and even the Senate to review, to look beyond what the amendments that have been brought, so that you can be able to have proper laws that will stop thuggery that is in the counties. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker.
The Honorable Cynthia Muge, member for Nandi County.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and allow me to appreciate the Honorable Member for Marakwet East, West, who is very diligent and also progressive, going by the amendment that he has brought to this House in regards to how the counties operate and how the CECs should be operating in the counties. Of course, Honorable Speaker, I support this third reading, and I support the content that is in this third reading. Honorable Speaker, for a very long time, of course, it's on record that I have served at the County Assembly. So serving at the County Assembly, I have also been in a sitting that a CEC has been brought to the County Assembly for impeachment. And Honorable Speaker, I want to echo the sentiments of Honorable TJ, that he clearly said, and Honorable Nyikal, that they clearly said the people who are in office should be able to have some sort of security in their jobs, so that, Honorable Speaker, they can have a good time and a better time in delivering on their mandate. And I honestly do appreciate that, Honorable Speaker, and I support it. Because, Honorable Speaker, if you make it as easy as it was previously before this amendment came in, it would be something that is used for witch hunt. If you're not bowing to my demands, I can be able to marshal a few numbers and you're gone. But making it watertight, Honorable Speaker, I think is good in supporting the issue of devolution and making devolution work. Of course, Honorable Speaker, I also do support the suggestion that the county government and devolution should actually be looked at more deeply. Because, Honorable Speaker, this is also giving us an opportunity to look at this devolution baby, to see if it is actually meeting the milestones that it should be able to meet. And to be honest, Honorable Speaker, like all the members that have spoken before, we are feeling like this baby is not meeting the milestones as they should be able to meet them. And part of the things that should be done is look at the issues and the reasons why this baby is not meeting the milestones. And Honorable Speaker, Honorable Hosoro has spoken passionately about what happens in the county governments. And of course, Honorable Speaker, I want to say that I do agree with him because I have also seen what happens in there, of course, from the County Assembly of Nandi that I served before. And of course, Honorable Speaker, it is our job, it is our duty to make sure that we are able to support devolution by not killing it, but by enhancing the good things that devolution came with, and by completely killing the bad things that came with devolution. Part of the ways that we are able to kill the bad things that came with devolution is by making sure that we are progressive in amendments of the laws, in amendments of the bills that are actually anchoring devolution altogether. So, Honorable Speaker, I do support this amendment, and I appreciate the Honorable Member, Toroitich, for being this progressive to be able to bring this. And I can assure you, Honorable Speaker, if anyone has a doubt that when I become the governor for Nandi, the third one in 2027, this will happen, they should know that I will not change my ways, and I will make sure that I do the right thing because I'm a supporter of devolution, and devolution can work. Devolution is actually the God-sent agent for the people of Kenya so that they can be able to get services from the lowest level, that is the village administration, Honorable Speaker. So I do support this, Honorable Speaker.
Good luck, Honorable Cynthia. Good luck. The Honorable Nikiri will be the last one on this. Members, knowing that this is third reading, so just make quick comments. Don't debate.
Okay.
I allowed Cynthia purposively. I knew how she was going to end. So I was just waiting for her to make the right comments for herself. So please don't take the Cynthia away.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. You know, I was there right from the beginning of this morning together with the other wise men and women. Madam Speaker, I think this issue of the county management is a thorny issue. Madam Speaker, I look at my county that is going to receive 10.8 billion. And out of that 20.8 billion, 75% will go towards recurrent expenditures, leaving very limited amount for development. Madam Speaker, the governors have turned the management of the counties into something like a private property. And that's how many of them are treating even the employees, CECs, directors, etc. Madam Speaker, it is very unfortunate that we are appropriating 428 billion shillings, but at the end of it all, you can only see about 25% of what that money has done to the counties. Madam Speaker, I agree. Some counties have bloated employment, and they are continuing doing so at the expense of development. So in as much that we are saying yes to devolution, we need to ask the governors to show us the value of the money that we have appropriated to them. And it is not only the money appropriated to them, they also receive donor funds. They also do own corrections. You look, County of Melo, at the end, it will end up by about something like 15 billion. But then when you go to look at the education sector, ECD classes is a problem even to build. You go and look at the health institutions, they're in deplorable state. You go at the roads that they are supposed to be managing, they are in deplorable situation. So you ask yourself, where is this money going? We should not make it easy for governors who have failed to start sacking or impeaching the CECs, etc., so that they can get an excuse. This aspect of impeachment is not a good thing. But some people are going to make use of it. And that's why the mover was trying to make it very difficult for them. But again, we should not make it very easy for them. We shouldn't. Because some of them will put some of things, if you can't agree, then you have to be impeached. And you are going to tell you, I can tell you, Madam Speaker, these people will target the people who challenge them in the management. They like sycophants. They don't like people who are professionals, who are ready to work for the counties. So this bill is good.
Thank you.
And it's a warning. It's a warning to some of the governors. Some of us we are seriously thinking either to join Munge or not. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Very well. Member for Kibra.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Despite the fact that you had said that was the last speaker, I must be grateful that you have given me this opportunity also to put in one or a few comments. The kind of money that we give to the governors, at this time it was over 428 billion, and some of the counties get almost 15 billion at their disposal. I think in the future, the profile and the kind of governors that we choose, we need to have basic requirements for people to be governors. There are those governors who have never been in any managerial position. They have never been in any public office or any other office to allow them to manage such kind of monies. When we talk about the NGCDF, it has been managed that the MPs now do not have direct control on that money. We need to have clauses within these systems that do not allow the governors to misuse the funds that we give to them. The governors have made this as their personal property. We should not be seen that we are fighting the governors. No. We are looking at service delivery to the people of this country. You will find that some MPs have done better than the governors have done. Yet the governors have been given a colossal sums of money in this country to take care of the needs of the people that they govern. Now, this devolution does not come to benefit a few individuals. The devolution that we fought for in this country was meant to bring service delivery closer to the people of Kenya. I therefore say that this bill, I support it, and I say that we must, as a country, look at the way that we govern our counties. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
The Honorable Dorothy Kiara, nominated member by the UDA party.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I want to weigh in this bill and say devolution was brought to our country and we overwhelmingly voted for the 2010 Constitution because we thought it is a cure to the historical injustices in some of our areas. But today, as we stand, Honorable Speaker, it is very evident that devolution has failed. But for this particular bill, it has come in handy because we need to strengthen devolution. The only way that counties will move together as a unit is by strengthening devolution. Madam Speaker,
Honorable members, I encourage you to just take a minute or two. Just make comments. Let's not debate.
Honorable Speaker, we need to channel our efforts to areas that weaken devolution. And Honorable Speaker, we also need to ensure that the expenditure and the money that goes to the county, we don't spend all of it on recurrent expenditure, which is eating all the money that goes to the county, Honorable Speaker, as opposed to development. So, Honorable Speaker, I support this amendment by Honorable Timothy and say it is our duty and responsibility to ensure that we strengthen devolution. Thank you, Honorable Madam Speaker.
The Honorable Umi Harun.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for giving me the opportunity to also contribute to this particular amendment and to congratulate Honorable Timothy I support this amendment because the drafters of the Constitution had a very good vision when they brought the concept of devolution, but that did not include governors who would twist and corrupt the resources that are available to them. I hope this bill will also not create emboldened CECs and that it will allow them to do their work diligently. Madam Speaker, I come from a region where devolution has helped in developing so many things, but we still have the problem of corruption. So I hope that this will provide the proper oversight and the support that the CECs need, and that the county assemblies will also be able to do their job very well. So I want to thank the honourable member, and I support this particular amendment. Thank you.
The Honourable Roy Teach.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. Honourable Speaker, I wish to sincerely thank the honourable members who have contributed substantially to this bill, the County Government's Amendment Bill. Honourable Speaker, I wish to thank the Honourable TJ Kajwang, the Honourable Dr. Nyikal, the Honourable Sunkuli, and all the members that have contributed to this, making this bill better. Honourable Speaker, it is my sincere prayer that the people of Marakwet West will give me a second term so that I can bring more bills to this House. Honourable Speaker, thank you so much.
Thank you, Honourable Roy Teach. Honourable Roy Teach, you know I've been in this House, this is my third term. And I want to tell you that I've seen you doing something right. And you know the right thing that you have been doing. You continue doing it. I hope the people have seen and they'll give you a second term. Honourable members, before I put the question, I would like to welcome our visitors. Seated in the public gallery this morning, we have students from Providence Academy, from Kasarani constituency, Nairobi County, students from Kageraini Secondary School, Kinangop constituency, Nyandarua County, students from Ngamwa School, Mukurweini constituency, Nyeri County. And also seated in the speakers galleries this morning, we have students from DEB Nkiria School from Wuri constituency, Meru County. I take this opportunity to welcome you to Parliament, and on behalf of Parliament, I would like to ask the member for Wuri to welcome you. I'll also give a chance to the Honourable Kajwang, TJ.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
After him.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I want to take this opportunity to welcome all students from the various schools that you have mentioned, and specifically the school of Nkiria, DEB, from Bori West of Bori constituency. Madam Speaker, this school is one of the largest schools that we have in a very remote area of our constituency. And as you can see, they are very determined. It's one of the best performing schools in that region. I want to tell all the students, welcome to Parliament. This is where the laws are made. This is where your member of Parliament sits. This is where we make laws for this country. This is where we make the election on which the government, on how government is going to operate. I want to congratulate all the students who have come and tell them you are going to learn quite a lot. Please don't be on a hurry to learn and to see and to interact with the parliamentary environment. Madam Speaker, this is cool. This is cool. The parent, Nkiria Primary School, the parent, the product of their fathers were workers in the forest. And for them to reach here, I think it's a very important occasion for them. So I want to encourage you, please, some of you become members of Parliament, some of you become MCAs, some of you become doctors, some of you become engineers. Please work very hard. Finally, please, school is the factory of growth. Don't take advantage of the school to ban the schools, to execute a lot of disciplinary activities. I know this school on Kiria, you are very well disciplined, and we expect to see you through successfully in your life. I thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much. Those comments are meant for all the schools seated in the public and also in the speaker's gallery. The Honorable Kajwang, I would like to give you an opportunity to welcome students also from Nairobi and the others. But before you continue, I realize that members were wondering why I said that the Honorable TJ is a trained speaker. For your information, in the 11th Parliament, the member for Ruaraka was a member of the speakers panel, and he did a wonderful job. So please go ahead and welcome students.
Thank you so much, Madam Speaker, for those kind words. I was a presiding officer until I blew the whistle. And I've learned all these terms. And I think, Honorable Timothy, you should learn the good things here. Don't blow a whistle. If you blow a whistle on a sitting president, you can be in trouble. Madam Speaker, I want to welcome the children, the young people, the students that are here with us, not just from Kasarani, but from all the counties that are here. This is interesting, the fact that they have opportunity to come and see these elegant members do their things. They will have incentive to work hard and to achieve even more than those of you and I have achieved. I just want you to, when you go back to your schools, geography, science, physics, and chemistry should be your staple food, because you have had all the opportunity to see where things are done. You have no reason to do poorly in your exam. You have all the reason to be energized, to be better than member for Buuri. And so I thank you for having the opportunity to come. And you see, member for Buuri is already wearing a white hat. So aim not for your hair to go that direction, but make sure that you are able to do better than we are doing in this house. Thank you so much, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much. I would like to say that the Honorable Member, the Honorable Rindikiri Mugambi, is a wonderful, excellent Member of Parliament. So, Honorable Members, I would like now to put the question. You know, I'm seeing someone with hands up, and I do not see any intention to speak from the screen. Go ahead, go ahead. Please trace where he is and give him a mic.
Madam Speaker, I want to take the cue from the Honorable Kajwang. And I want to congratulate the students for coming here. And I want to tell the students who are here, you cannot connect the dots looking forward, but you can connect the dots looking backward. Many years ago, I came to Parliament as a student of Kenyatta University. Little did I know that many years later, I'll be seated right here in the House talking about issues affecting the nation called Kenya. But lastly, students, there's something called stimulus and response. Your business in school is not to beat fellow students. Your business in school, the teachers provide the stimuli, and you are supposed to choose the right response. The right response is to inspire, motivate you to pass exams and build a better country and a better nation. Thank you.
Lastly, the member for Kisii County, the Honorable Doris Donya.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I appreciate for the opportunity. Let me tell our children, sometimes you want to be perfect while in school. The school is not where you have to be perfect, but just know if you make mistakes, that is part of learning. It's like saying we have all angels in our churches, then we close down the churches. So don't fear making mistakes. When you live here, know that that is part of learning. Above all, you have to obey your teachers. You pray hard. And to our girls, don't enjoy so much on receiving love letters from the small boys. You will have those letters when you go to university, and the beautiful ones are not yet born. They are there. So don't be in a rush. Hold it. Read your books and know that the future is bright. Thank you.
Lastly, the Honorable Jalang.
Thank you so much, Madam Speaker. May I also take this opportunity mostly to welcome all the students, and in a special way, the students from Kasarani, Nairobi County. But you hear we have students from all over, as far as Meru, far as Kisumu, wherever you are. Mine is just to tell you that it doesn't matter which school you are in. It doesn't matter that you had to travel to be here today. It doesn't matter how rural a school may be or how much infrastructure a school might have. From that school where you are, you will be able to be whatever you want in this country. I was a student of a school called Nyangoma Boys Secondary School, P.O. Box 23 Bondo, very far and in the deeps of Nyanza. But here we are. Today I'm representing the people of Langata constituency in Nairobi as their member of parliament. So keep the faith, keep working hard, obey your teachers, your parents, be the best in everything that you're doing. And don't worry where you are from anywhere. Just like Lupita said, every dream is valid. Welcome to Parliament, students.
Thank you. Honorable members, I'll now go ahead and put the question. I therefore put the question, which is that the County Government's Amendment Bill, Senate Bill number 25 of 2023, be now read a third time. Will many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
A bill for an act of parliament to amend the County Government Act to increase the threshold for removal of a member of a county executive committee and for connected purposes.
Next order. Anything out of order, Honorable TJ? What is out of order?
Madam Speaker, something is not right. We came this morning, and in the order paper, there was the committee of the House of the whole with the Senate bill and the Basic Education Act. We finished the committee on the Senate bill, and we entered to begin the Basic Education Act. And when the chair called it out and asked for the mover to move his amendments, the mover was not in. Standing orders would have required us to proceed because the order had been called. So, Madam Speaker, standing orders would have required that we proceed with business because the order had been called. And so somehow we don't understand what happened. And the presiding chair decided to defer the proceedings. It is very embarrassing on the honor of the bill, Honorable Oluoch. It is very embarrassing that we are all here, we are all prepared, and somehow without following standing orders and the House, something happens. This needs to be explained properly. Number two, where is the chair of education? He can't just decide not to come. If he decides not to come, it means that he has dropped all his amendments. Please, treat us equally. And this is about private members. This House is for private members. We need to pass legislation. We can't have a situation where government throws it all on our voice. Otherwise, we are not able to do legislation. So, Madam Speaker, I call for a reasoned explanation from the presiding chair, and why she did not follow the standing orders, and why we find ourselves in a very embarrassing position as we are. And two, this matter came before the House Business Committee, and it is the House Business Committee that brought this matter today. So can we do it this afternoon if we are unable to do this morning? And furthermore, the Vice Chair is here, and she's ready and willing to prosecute. Why can't we go to committee so that we finish this matter? I feel very bad, and some of us are from the Upbet constituencies. And we know that government is fighting us. No, Madam Chair, government is fighting us. They don't want Upbet. They just want to do things the way they want. We are forcing them, but we will force them because this is the legislative house.
I think you have made your point. You want to ride on the same? I wanted to respond to him first, and I can give you a chance because this concerns you. Yes. So just take your seat first of all, because. Okay.
Direction on this. Madam Speaker, this morning I'm a very embarrassed member of this House. Extremely, extremely embarrassed. This bill is not just coming for the first time. I prosecuted and brought this bill in the 12th Parliament, and it is not out of idle concern that this bill came. The bill concerns and affects close to about 3 million unaccounted for, discriminated, and excluded students. These people you see here sitting are representatives that take the burden that the government should be taking under Article 43 to ensure that every child in the Republic of Kenya is entitled to free, basic, compulsory education. So when this bill came for the second time and went through all the statutory steps, the first reading, public participation, pre-publication scrutiny, we even went before the Budget and Appropriations Committee and considered all the reasons that would require that should be considered that are budgetary. And then it came to the second reading and passed. There should therefore be no reason or explanation. And if there is, it should be given to the 3 million Kenyans as to whether they are children of a lesser God. The House Business Committee, once it is seized of a matter, House business, whether it is government or private members' business, becomes the business of this House. And once it has been brought to the floor of this House, it is no longer the property of Anthony Oluoch, or the property of the chair of the committee, or the property of the Committee of Education. It is the property of this House collectively under Article 95 that enjoins us to resolve issues affecting people. This issue is affecting 3 million Kenyans. And if there is a reason why these children don't belong to this country, we should be told. We should be told. I am a very embarrassed member of Parliament this morning that very casually a member of Parliament should come prepared to prosecute a matter so serious as this one. They are not children. When you give birth to a child, there is no child of one living in Karen and Langata and another one living in Mathare and Kibera and Ruaraka. They are all children of Kenya. This House owes an apology to the people of Kenya and the people in these constituencies. This matter requires a considered ruling of the Speaker under why and for what reason a matter should be stood down. If a member is not here, it should be dropped. We demand a considered ruling of the Speaker this afternoon and a reinstatement of this matter. These children have been discriminated for how many years? Since the Constitution 2010. One more day of their discrimination, even up to 29th when this matter is being deferred, is a day too long. I am very, very embarrassed today.
You want to weigh on the same? Member for Kibra?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I really didn't want to weigh much after two of my colleagues who are ranked members and they are also lawyers have spoken. But because I represent Kibra constituency, where we have the majority of the upbeat schools in this country, but most importantly, I am also a member of Education Committee. And for this bill to pass the first reading, second reading, this bill came to us in the committee as Education Committee. We went through all the amendments of this bill as a whole committee, and it was unanimously passed by the Education Committee, and that is why it came to the floor of this House. Because it is a money bill, it went to the Budget Committee, which also passed the bill. It went to the Business Committee, and it was now brought for third reading in this House. After it has passed the first reading, second reading, and now the third reading. And this is now a committee of the whole House. Now, this bill now does not belong to Education Committee. The bill now becomes the bill of the House. And as I say, my colleague is very annoyed. We are all annoyed because the procedures are not being followed. When the bill has been called out, then we need to debate and we need to go on with the bill irrespective whether the chairman of the committee is present or not present. I am also a member of the Education Committee and I stand in. When the chairman is not there, the vice chairman is here, we are also here. There is no reason why this should be deferred to a later date. And as my colleagues have said, it needs a weighing decision from the chair so that we know why this bill cannot be. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
So, honorable members, I think the three members have made their point. First of all, the honorable chair, the one who was chairing the committee of the whole House, consulted with the Honorable Oluoch before the decision was made. As you may know, the Honorable Oluoch, I've given you your time to speak, and I've also allowed your colleagues to speak. So you need to allow me to speak. That I feel that you are ready to prosecute, and the chair education committee is not in. He is busy in a very important matter that concerns this House. So it is not that he chose not to be here. Number two, this is going to be scheduled again, not this afternoon, but on a Wednesday morning. And you know, as per our standing orders, that is standing order number 43, that Wednesday mornings, a bill or a motion not sponsored by the majority or minority party or by a committee shall have precedence over all the other business. So I assure you that this is going to be done again. And also I listened keenly to the Honorable Kajwang, and I think he was also very ready. And I believe that you have also guests seated in our gallery who are going to also, I mean, they would have been very happy to see this happen. But I'm assuring you that it's going to be done soon as possible. This is a house of order. This is a house of records. I know that the Honorable Kajwang also approached the Speaker, requesting that we reorder change. And this is a house of order and house of procedure. It is not possible to do that at this moment. And I would like to ask you to allow the House to proceed with other business.